Guys, we are witnessing the downfall of mainstream news. That's what this is. Make no mistakes about it. We see all of these news heads stepping down. These people that have been in these jobs for, some of them, up to 39 years. Now, Lester Holt announced he's stepping down. He resigned today, and he will continue until early summer. And then he will just be working on Dateline NBC full time. That's just one of many that have decided they're no longer doing this job, or they were either fired or they quit. Many of them just quit. This one gives me great pleasure to announce that Joy Reid was fired. She says she's leaving MSNBC as her evening show is canceled. Girl, you were fired, okay? Let's just make no mistakes about it. These people are awful, disgusting liars. Joy Reid is one of the biggest mouthpieces for the left, and she has always been just really out there saying just wayward, awkward stuff that really just pushes Americans to hate each other. She's an awful human being, in my opinion. I feel like MSNBC, CBS, ABC, I don't know, I really don't understand how these shows are keeping these people working, even in any kind of respect. Many of these programs are outdated. The format itself is outdated. And this is why you're seeing many of these news outlets like CBS, NBC, even Fox News, they are predominantly pushing towards social media platforms and reporting the news there. Andrea Mitchell worked 17 years, and she's now going on to do chief foreign affairs and Washington correspondent work. She said that she's no longer working full-time as an anchor. This was announced February 7th of this year, 2025. So she's just one of many. I remember seeing Norah O'Donnell in a teary-eyed, these people, the way they reported the news for so many years, just lying to the American people, just blatantly getting on TV and repeating soundbite after soundbite, and the fakeness of news media is just like, it's so telling that people are done with this format. They're looking for people who have real, authentic voices that are really reporting the news in a fair and unbiased way. And that's no longer your mainstream news. So we saw Norah O'Donnell, she announced that she would step down as anchor of CBS Evening News, and she signed off on January 23rd and will remain with CBS as a senior correspondent. This is one of my favorites. When he announced that he was no longer going to be in this role, I was applauding. Jim Acosta is another one of those news anchors that are just nasty. Now, we saw him many of times get into spats in Trump's first term, just going back and forth to the point where Trump literally was like, you're fake news. Jim Acosta is one that I'm happy to see step aside and resign. Now, he resigned for the strangest reason. I mean, they were trying to push his time slot to a midnight time slot. And of course, him being as vain as he is, in my opinion, he's a vain man, did not like that and said, no, I decide, I quit. Now, our new press secretary, Carolyn Levitt, she was like, at least I have a job. Girl, you are funny as hell, because yes, a lot of these old news heads need to go.